Cloud Imperium games have been very busy this holiday season. Luminalia is now in full swing and the Alpha 3.22 end-of-year patch is live and well underway. Today we're going to be covering the ins and outs of the Luminalia event, some of the major changes and additions with the 3.22 patch, and some of the upcoming changes on CIG's roadmap for 2024. We'll be covering how to get your hands on some free skins and in-game items, as well as giving you a look at some of the new ships and game mechanics that have just been added. They are currently on holiday and are expected to return sometime in early to mid-January. With that said, let's dive right in. First and foremost, there are 12 free gifts on the Luminalia event calendar, all of which can be claimed on the RSI website. At this point, all 12 days are accessible and they will continue to be available until the 8th of January. Note that you do not need a game package to claim these items. So long as you have created a free RSI account, you can claim them to your hangar now. And speaking of game packages, several starter bundles have been put on a slight discount during the event, if you're just looking to get started. In addition, there's a brand new referral code bonus that includes the Avis Talon armor set with matching subscriber weapons and utilities. The person giving the code receives the red set and the person using the code receives the green set. My suggestion is to ask a friend for their referral code. However, I will include my code in the description if you still need one. And lastly, for Luminalia, you can compete in Arena Commander to win a limited time festive holiday Pico. All you need to do is play either Team Elimination or Gun Rush and finish at the top of your team's leaderboard to claim your prize. And I must say, with some of the recent balancing changes, it's quite fun to play. And here you can see my special guy that I earned just after a few games. Patch 3.22 has come with a whole host of quality of life changes and several new ships, first of which being Origin's luxury take on a hoverbike. The X1 comes in 3 separate variants, the base model, the Velocity, and the Force. But the real head turner this patch is the new Xi'an medium fighter, the Santok Yai, produced by Aopoa. With its sleek transforming design and all new best in slot size 3 laser weapons, this one will definitely catch some curious looks as you fly by. And lastly, the most unexpected addition of this patch, the all-new Drake Cutter Rambler, being the long-range explorer variant of this phenomenal starter ship. Derelict settlements have been added all across Stanton with 15 locations in total. They can be found on both Microtech and Hurston currently. These locations are populated by NPCs from either the Independents or Duster factions, and with them come all new missions and points of interest. Next up, we have the long-anticipated addition of all new hairstyles that have been imported from Squadron 42. These come with proper hair physics, which look absolutely fantastic compared to the static models we had up until this point. While this isn't the new character customization system shown off at CitizenCon, 20 new hairstyles have been added from Squadron 42 to the pre-existing system, giving us a much wider range of customization options. I mean, just look at that majestic mane. Now, for all of you FPS aficionados that just want a slice of that sweet PvP action, you'll be pleased to know that Jumptown has made a return as of December 22nd, with a few new locales. They've added an island location which can be found off of the polluted waters of Hurston, and a canyon facility that you'll find in the heart of Daymar. Siege of Orison 2.0 has also made a comeback with this update, however it is not currently live. And with it have come a whole host of on-foot AI performance optimizations, so you just might think twice next time you square off against a group of bandits. Structural salvage is finally here, and it is a game changer. Salvaging ships have been given a generous internal buffer to store RMC before it needs to be dispensed. The Vulture was given a buffer of 13 SCU, while the Reclaimer has a whopping 240 SCU buffer. And gone are the days of simply hull scraping and letting the entire rest of the wreck go to waste. Now with vehicle munching, we have the capability of using 2 new modes, fracturing and disintegration, to break down the entire vehicle. And now for a quick demonstration, because the fracturing mode is so very cool. Now with the ship fractured, all we need to do is switch into disintegration mode and hoover up the individual segments. Now, one thing to note is that not only are salvage heads now interchangeable, but we can now control each head individually, giving salvage ships even more utility in the field. And to wrap up our overview, several ships have been added for in-game purchase with AUEC. The Hull C has been made available, as well as the Mirai Fury, including all of its variants. Multi-crew mode has also been added into Arena Commander, and that concludes the bulk of the Rex to Riches update. Before we move on to upcoming features, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for all of the support in my recent content. So, if you found the video helpful, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. CIG will continue to import features from Squadron 42 into the live build as time goes on. One of the biggest and most anticipated features that is slated to come in the near future are cargo elevators. These will allow you to transfer physicalized cargo and items between your ships and space stations and vice versa. They will also allow you to load and store ground vehicles, saving us quite a bit of time. Inventory cargo containers will also be introduced to help manage stored physicalized items in a more organized manner. And lastly, persistent hangars will be coming, allowing us to have a more permanent place in the verse to personalize to our own liking. And that about wraps it up. I hope that you all have a wonderful Luminalia. We'll see you, Space Cowboy.